Hello and welcome back to City Skylines and Vooprisco. Oh yeah, last time we were dealing with this. Little tsunami easily broken by the wall. It didn't even go over the first wall. That's actually quite impressive. It's just one tsunami hitting the wall. That's not really that bad compared to what we're used to. It's going around a little bit and filling up the flood system, but for the most part, we're kind of safe from tsunamis. Everything that hits us just very quickly is broken down by the walls or falls into those little flood pits. So, I'm actually fairly confident that we are not going to be taken out by a tsunami anymore, which is great. Tsunami, blah, blah, blah. The whammon won't stop reminding me about the tsunamis. It's a level 5.1, darn it. I understand it exists, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. Not right now. What I need to focus on is expanding the city, because the city has been at a standstill for a while. The population can hit 100,000, and we will push it to do so. Wow, holy moly. That little highway section there is causing some issues. I may have accidentally oh my god. Oh, there is actually another tsunami. Ooh, okay, that one's much bigger. What is it, a level 24? Okay, it's really pulling the ocean out. Huh, interesting. So we are dealing with a big one. Yikes, that is quite large for a tsunami. Is that one? Or is that two merged like before? I don't know. That looks very, I should have been paying attention to what she was saying, darn it. I've gotten so used to blocking it out. It turns out that she was actually telling me something important this time. Yikes. Okay, well, I guess when it comes to that, I should have been paying attention. But 25.5, so it must be multiple. Oh yeah, there's another one right there. Look at that. Okay. That is taller than our wall. However, we have two walls. Are all of our tsunami prevention systems online? Yes. Okay. Great. So, I'm actually still going to attempt to upgrade this very quickly while it's going, because I am absolutely insane, and I care more about traffic than preventing against the tsunami. But I just know that I won't remember to do this later, so I'm gonna do it now. And you may think that's kind of stupid, and it is kind of stupid, but you know, I choose to do it. Is that actually helping? No, not at all. Now it's just two lanes that are full. But the point is, I was gonna do this. Make another way for them to go, like, all the way over here. So if they want to go to, like, the main city area. Doesn't seem like anyone actually wants to do that, though. Okay, so, now let's deal with the tsunami. These are already draining, so I think we're mostly set up. The one thing I am going to have to do, though, is make sure that Park is safe. Park is going to need a little bit of evacuation, as always. They almost have so many people that we can't fit them all. We're pretty lucky. Getting close there. Okay, how close? Wow. Is that a third? Is that a tiny little third one behind it? Or is that just the ocean fixing itself? No, that's just the ocean fixing itself. That is weird looking. Unless that is a tsunami. No, it's not a triple. Or is it? I wasn't listening to the woman announcing it. This one seems rather, thick. So we're gonna have to worry a little bit about it. Yeah, this may actually be a little bit bad. This may fill up the flood systems. I'm gonna call a full evacuation. I don't do that very often, but this time I think it's warranted. That's at least 2 very large tsunamis this time. We may be in for a little bit of a, disaster here. Okay, so the water is going straight over the flood systems. Oh, that's an issue. Our only power here is shut off now. Great! Our flood systems are being flooded. Yay! Okay, so that's filling very quickly. The good news is it is actually slowing it down a little bit. My main worries is... Wow, the ocean is just so broken. My main worry is that there's 2 rather large ones, which means that our systems don't get much time to recover from one to the other. That's, we'll be fine. Okay, maybe not. A lot of that tsunami actually did make it over. Okay, never mind. I'm happy I called an evacuation. This is certainly an issue. But how are we gonna deal with this? That's a lot of water going over. I'm sure the pumps, they've been emptying for a while, so they've got quite a bit of pumpability left in them. But my worry is that that's a lot of water, and we could very well be coming up to an amount that we can't handle. That is actually like a 10.0 still after it went over. And look at that, the water is going back and getting pulled into the other tsunami. What? Look at that. It's getting pulled into the other one, making it even taller. It's like wait, what? It's like twice as tall as the wall now. What the actual heck is going on there? Is it still going backwards? Is it being pushed forward? This is absolutely insane. Look at it go. Okay, it is impacting. Oh boy. Okay, this is actually pretty dangerous. This is pretty bad. How are we going to deal with anything going over? We do have the flood prevention systems, but we may have actually quite a bit going over today. Okay, we've got some spillage. We've got quite a bit. It's not absolutely horrible, but the second one's about to hit. That's the problem. Like, this one is still there, and the second one's going to hit. Which, we may be able to hold up initially. Yikes. Oh boy, this is done. You're done. Oh no! Oh shoot, we've got a lot of water leaking in through here too. Why are we having power issues? Oh, because it took down the electrical grid. Is it actually breaking the pumps? It's breaking something. We need to reinforce the power grid. Quickly! More wind turbines! Why is it lagging? It is lagging. We are undergoing some serious lag here. Okay, is that better? Do we have power fixed? Yes, we do. Oh my! Okay, so once again, it's going really high there. Yikes, we've got a lot of water coming in the side. I almost said like Waluigi or something. That was weird. Point being, this is actually a lot more than our average tsunami when it comes to water scale. Like, that was a max-size tsunami and then another one behind it. The problem is it's gonna flood the back channels and come back. This may actually be at risk. What's happening with our sewage system? Was our sewage system broken? Oh, it was. Okay, so our systems are actually being kind of destroyed right now. That's bad. How bad is it? Is it fixed? Doesn't seem like they're complaining anymore. These guys are still complaining about power. We'll get them a solar power plant very quickly, just to help with the damage. The poor power grid is just... Every time this happens, the advanced solar power just gets killed. Oh, is it moving back? Or is it moving forward? That half is moving forward. That half is moving backwards. Okay, so that's not quite as bad. Except for this. It's really flooding in from the sides. I don't know how much we can handle that side damage. That's going to be our biggest issue here. It looks like we're dealing with it as it goes, though. Like I said before, we can handle most tsunami stuff now. It's just... Oh, shoot! It's coming in through the side! The left side! We are actually taking a lot of damage. Okay, so we have 3,000 people in... Oh boy, Park. Half of the people in Park just died. Okay, I didn't realize just how much water was coming in from the left there. That's actually much worse than I had expected. And it's only just started. Holy moly, the entire city's gonna flood at this rate. Yeah, the west side of the city is really just letting all the water in. It's letting the rest of the city die. And the areas where the highway is, it's just flowing through there. And the backflow is just gonna be even worse. This altogether, this is actually a nightmare. Our entire ground level city is just getting wiped out. The population is dropping very rapidly. Hopefully we don't fall into any debt crisis. This is a problem too. This water is actually going to make it over to Lake Park. It's going to make it over here to the disaster recovery unit, which is ironic. The Garnet district may even be hit. Oh, the flooding is dramatic. We've lost a lot of buildings. It's all coming through the back. Oh boy, Olive Heights is starting to be hit just because of the side. And it's not helping that the front is just slowly filling with more water as the entire ocean level rises. If another tsunami hits, we're in a lot of trouble, so we have to really hope that nothing else goes wrong right now. This could be actually really bad. Okay, so it's time to start looking into how we're gonna deal with this, because the initial impact is mostly gone. What I'm going to do initially is I'm going to build a one-way road. Now this is not like a super heavy response. However, if we just put down some... darn it. If we put down some pump systems right off the bat, we can start dealing with some of the flooding. Let's get the trucks going. Let's see how much they can help here. Okay, so they're sending out a massive amount of trucks to help. That's going to be our initial response, dealing with the high amount of flooding we have. Yikes. We've got water all over the place. We do have some pretty major damage from this. Yeah, the entire map is pretty much water again. Lots of water. Holy moly. The problem is, how do you deal with that much water backflowing? Like, the canals are working, but it's actually the canals are leading more water into the city. They're doing the exact opposite of what they were designed to do right now. They're creating kind of a river going back. I can't cut them off because it's our main system to deal with everything, but right now it's just absolutely insane. Everything's getting flooded out. This is gonna be our slowest flood response we've had. Oh boy, yikes. That's a lot of damage. We're gonna need a lot of flex tape for that one. Thankfully, half of the city is safe up in the mountains, but it's a pretty brutal what happened over here. And population's regaining, but I think that's because everyone who could die has died. Like, there's not much. They're almost out of food. I have to let the citizens out. Once they hit like 1%, okay, we're gonna let them out. I mean, it's probably no, they're out of food. They're dying. Ah. It's so bad because the emergency shelters, if the roads are all flooded, you can't get any food to them. Then they just start starving to death. We've just had a serious amount of damage to the main areas of the city. A lot of our services are offline. Let's just hope nothing else goes wrong during this time. Next episode's gonna be a lot of repairs again. That's very, worrying that it all came through the left like that. That was either two... I don't know, that first tsunami seemed kind of strange looking. But that was at least 2 tsunamis, but we did not handle that very well. We had a high amount of damage. Even our evacuation tower, got knocked out, so nobody got the call for evacuation after a certain point. Park has been pretty flattened. Things are repairing, though. We're gonna go as quickly as we can to fix this stuff. Part of our power grid back online. Fix that. Oh boy. The water level is doing another huge increase thing. And that's the real issue. When the entire water level increases, then the water has nowhere to go except back. And back means that it's just gonna flow straight into the city after it turns around. Yeah, look at that. It's just flowing all the way, it's flowing all the way back into all this water area. Of course, we have the system set up to catch the water, but a lot of it's just going back into areas like, it's getting very close to hitting Park. This entire area has been basically converted into ocean again. Every time this happens, it just becomes a massive lake. Pretty bad. Pretty bad on a scale from 1 to 10. I'd give that like a 5 when it comes to bad level. Like, no, the city isn't dead, and we didn't take too many losses, but all of the flood systems are currently taken up for the next, like, few hours. It's gonna take a long time for all this water to come back. So if any tsunamis decide to hit during the next episode, that's going to be seriously detrimental to our city because we have nothing to deal with it. But I guess we'll have to see what happens then. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like, and I guess we can go a bit longer. That would be a little bit early to cut off the video. We have no demand because everything just got hit. That's a problem too. Yikes, look at the water. It's coming back up higher than it was before. Even more just like blankets of water are hitting us. This entire area, that's worrying. It is draining, it's just taking a long time. And one of the issues are the bigger walls we build, the longer it takes for the water to drain, because our own walls are holding it in. This wall is holding in the water. We do have a drain area right here, but this drain area is where a lot of water came in from the tsunami. She could have like a giant floodgate, open and close it. Our helicopters are trying to help out, trying to rescue people. Only so much you can do, though. And we get a little, like, pond over here now. Crater Forest burned down. I think that's just because all the fire stations were flooded. Some more repair. Oh boy, I am never going to regret building that canal system, though. This canal system, although expensive, time-consuming, and really got in the way of a lot of our population, it has saved our city countless times. All these buildings would be abandoned if it wasn't for the canal system. It is a feat of engineering. Great Vooperian engineers built an amazing canal system, and it saved countless lives. Sadly, we have lost so many power grids through random storms and stuff. Things are just randomly losing power. Okay, things are getting a bit better. Our systems are still being taxed by the amount of water coming in through the back here, but for the most part, not too bad. It's getting better. This area, it's dealing with it. I mean, there's only so much we can do. We may want to build a wall across here. I wanted to build like a city up on this island at some point, but with the tsunamis, there's no way that's a good idea. No way. Everything will die in like 2 minutes. Okay, so the good news is most things are repaired, and our population has had a very quick recovery. Yeah, you can see the dip there, but we are recovering very quickly. As long as nothing hits this part of the city, we're pretty safe. What I'm worried about is like a tornado, because a tornado could very easily rip through a lot of the city, cut off the highways, and then if something like a tsunami came in when our response systems were weakened, or even if the tsunami hit here, it could take out canals, and then a tsunami or something hitting after a tornado. But right now it seems like usually because this is a tropical map, it's most likely for tsunamis to hit, so as long as that holds true, and most of the time we don't have any tsunamis hitting with another disaster mixed up, we can handle it. For the most part. But that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time. We did survive this pretty well. There is damage left over, though, and we'll see how that all ends up in the next episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And hail Vooperia.